I just spoke in a previous audio about some of the reasons why people from your past try to look you up based on the energy that has been displaced energy. That's what it's all about. Now I want to talk to the people who are aware of this and they don't do anything about it. The recipients, so to speak. I know some people, I think deep down they spiritually get off, their self-esteem is fed every time they hear from a third party that somebody asked about. They didn't think about the relationship. They didn't think about anything. Let me give you a case in point so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Let's say you were talking to your sister or your brother on the phone, and you both live in different cities, and that sister and brother lives in the same hometown that you're from, but you've moved off. They saw an ex of yours in the grocery store. Tell her I asked about her. Okay, that's fine. They tell you, oh, so-and-so asked about you. Normal person will be like, okay, well, that's nice. That's good. But some people try to take it a step further. Your sister or brother might want to go into this big old long story, dredging up memories. I remember when y'all used to do so-and-so and so-and-so, and I remember this, and I remember that, and he was crazy about you, and you was crazy about him, and blah, 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 blah. First of all, that was unsolicited. Nobody asked them to open their mouth and talk about what y'all did in the relationship. And second of all, they don't know all the shit that went down in the relationship. They're just relaying to you the messages and the perceptions that they received based on what they had access to. They don't know what kind of crazy shit was going on behind the scenes. They don't know what was going on behind closed doors. It could have been a toxic situation that they're not even aware of, that you have tried to put behind you. And then you turn around and get on the phone and this person wants to dredge all that up. There's certain people that you just kind of need to feed with a long-handled spoon. This is a classic case of where you have to leave. You have to love from a distance. You have to. You can't have everybody that you were raised up with and everybody in your bloodline all the way around you and expect peace in your life. Because there's going to be that one or two toxic people that just are fucked up. They're going to stay fucked up, and they're going to be fucked up no matter what you say, no matter what you do, or no matter what you show them. And you can't live a peaceful life cohabitating with fucked up energy. You can't. So if somebody comes to me and asks me about a brother or sister and tell them I ask about them, I relate a message and say, so-and-so asked about you. I end the conversation at that point. Because the truth is, I don't know what went down between the both of them as to why they're not going together anymore. And I don't want to disrespect my sister or brother and mess up their energy by bringing up something that was potentially bad. If they didn't ask me those questions, I'm not bringing up the conversation. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of y'all, it's kind of suspect of how interested you are in your sibling's life. Some of you are a little overly interested. Some of you are a little bit too interested in what kind of sexual habits that they have. Some of you are a little too interested in what kind of partners that they had. It's a little bit too much for a sibling, if you know what I mean. So you need to back up from that. Because that's not looking good to everybody else. But what I'm just saying, if you come across someone who knew a sibling or a cousin or a relative or something like that, they used to date or whatever the case may be, okay, fine. Next time you talk to that sibling or whoever, just say, hey, so-and-so said hi, and leave it at that. Don't go into this long tirade about your memories and your perceptions or anything else, because you could be opening up a can of worms. And that person who was otherwise happy, that can turn into an argument by the end of the conversation, because you triggered some memories that you were not even aware of in that person. Stop talking so much. Stop dipping and dabbing. And for goodness sake, if that person hasn't asked you about how their life has been, don't offer that information to them. They don't care. You don't have enough information to say, oh, well, I always liked so-and-so. Y'all should have got married, this, that, and the other. See, that's making a person feel bad. Behind the scenes, so-and-so could have been knocking you upside the head. So-and-so could have been serial cheating. So-and-so could have been strung out. and spending up all the money. Could have been causing you heartache and pain, and you got this relative just yapping in your ear about how wonderful everything was, and you're trying to move on with your life. Until you picked up the phone and talked to this person, you ain't even thought about that fool. You got to be careful how you communicate with people, folks. I did a video on YouTube talking about how silence is a good weapon to use. Sometimes you just need to say what you need to say, and that's it. Say, look, so-and-so asked about you. That's it. End the conversation. Now, if you want to bring up all that other stuff, that's on you. But don't let them go deeper than that. It's not their place. It wasn't their relationship. It's not their place. Because we're in a time right now, we're in a season where people's emotions are super sensitive. This time of the year, it has been documented that there are more suicides than any other time of the year is during the holiday season, because people are wrapped up in their head about some stuff that happened that was unresolved, have unresolved physical issues, emotional issues, mental issues. And I can guarantee you, the day after Christmas, anywhere in the world, you are going to turn on the news and you're going to hear about some kind of homicide or assault or something that happened at a Christmas dinner because the wrong people got involved with the wrong people over to somebody's house. Some jackass decided they were going to create a kumbaya moment between two people that cannot stand each other because it's Christmas. That's just dangerous. If you know for a fact that Cousin Tasha don't like Cousin Lisa, what the hell you doing inviting both of them over to the house for Christmas? I'm just saying it. Look, you could call me a Grinch. You can call me what you want, but I'm telling you that's dangerous. Because you don't have enough information to know why they're beefing in the first place. You heard one person say one thing, you had one person say another thing, and you just piecing things together, and you're thinking it's a small thing. It could be bigger than what you think it is, and then your house is going to turn out to be a battleground, or it's going to be a place where they're going to have the police tape all wrapped around it. And this always happens the day after Christmas and the day after New Year. More domestic assaults, more domestic disturbances, because the wrong people in the wrong place at the wrong time, because you always got that one person that will, oh, it's Christmas, let's hold hands. No. Leave them people alone. Leave them people alone and keep peace in your house. Make other arrangements with Tasha and Lisa, but you can't have them in the same place when you know for a fact they can't stand each other. You don't know what level of emotional intensity there is. You just don't know, and you're going to turn around and bring them in your house. You know what? You deserve to have police tape around your house because you created this. I ain't going to nobody's house don't want me there. I'd rather sit home by myself at Christmas and mind my own business. A BC alternative is sitting in the house with a whole bunch of people with some food that is halfway cooked and knowing that I don't even like the people in the house. I ain't sitting in there. I learned the hard way, don't do that. Because it always ends in some kind of fight or discussion. And it's the same thing with this conversation with these people. They bring up somebody that kind of triggers you. Okay, do that. Change the subject if you can. And if you can't, dismiss yourself off the phone. Say you got something to do. Say you got something on the stove. Say that you got a ride coming. Saying that you need to go pick somebody up. Dismiss yourself from the conversation. Pull yourself away from that energy. Because if you stay in that conversation about that negative person, at the end of the conversation, you're going to feel worse than you did before you even encountered it. I'm trying to help you protect your energy. And I'm trying to avoid, disturbances during the holidays. People going berserk over one day. The other 364 days out of the year, they could give shit less about you. Value every day. Be protective every day. Be kind every day. Just saying.